Hello everyone and welcome. In this video we're going to go through state adoption of another state's documents. So there are a few different ways this can be done, and there are a few different scenarios for each, right? So there is a state utilizing another state's interim standard, a state using another state's check-in other type of document, so like a Word or a PDF or an Excel or an engineering tool or an eco science tool or one of those tools, and then the utilizing of another Quark document. So let's go through the differences of each. So utilizing another state's interim standard. So in Caribbean area, they have an interim 810 for test interim. So if another state wants to use another state's interim standard, that interim standard first has to be approved, and so it has to have a code number assigned to it. So like this one's 810, and then it has to be either under evaluation or time extended. So for that we have and let me just show Delaware, right? Delaware, we don't have any interims right now. So if I want to take interim standard 810 and Delaware wants to use it, I will go to the CPS management screen. In here we have a create interim CPS from another state interim CPS. So when I click on that, I have a state requesting, so I am Delaware, so that is where the interim's going, and then state and destination, so that would be the Caribbean area. And then the code number was 810 for this interim standard, and I'll do adopt state interim. And then we got the success message, and we'll go back to workspace. And then remember, we need to do the update collection refresh. And then once we have that, we can go to Delaware. And then now we'll see that Delaware has a question mark test interim. And then here is the interim standard for Delaware. Now, adopting another state's interim, you still have to go through the interim acceptance process. So you still have to create your interim request letter, send that to the ADM for approval, and then you would have to get approval to use this interim as well at your state. And then from there it'll work just like the same interim process. So the next one would be if you wanted to utilize another state's check-in other type document. And I personally think the easiest way to do that, so let's say Caribbean area has this forestry planting specification tool. In my opinion, the best way to get that is just to get this Excel document, download it to your computer, and then go to Delaware, and then follow the check-in other process, choose your file, choose that tool, and then upload that tool to your state. Obviously when you have it downloaded, you can make any changes, change it for Delaware, change it, any way possible that you need to. But then once you have it on your computer, you can just upload it and check it into Delaware at this point, or whatever your state is. And I'm a big component of copy and pasting anything you can. So if anything is in this that you need to copy, I just always Control C and Control V. That way we reduce the amount of typos that can happen. So just Control C and then Control V. And then there we go. And then now we have the tool for Delaware to use. And there I can go and transfer it to FileNet and transfer it to NRT so it'll appear in Delaware's Photon site. And then definitely watch the video on the manual versus automation process of this if you need a refresher on how to do those steps. And then finally we have utilizing another Quark document. So in Quark we have a tool for this as well. it is, let me find where a good supporting document is. So again, Caribbean area, they have an O&M document that we really like. So in Delaware, here, let's actually see if one's in 327. Okay, yeah, this is the better. So right, so both Delaware and Caribbean area both use 327 conservation cover, and it looks like the Caribbean area already has this practice overview sheet. So I would like that practice overview sheet. So what I will do is I will go up to the new menu, and I'll do create revision of existing document, and I'll switch it to practice overview. Then here comes up the collection navigation window, so I will go to the state. The same process will work if you want to take a national template document as well. You would just choose national and find your document. For this use case, we're doing another states, so we'll go to Caribbean area 327, and then here's that practice overview sheet. And then this will make a copy of it, but we haven't saved it yet. So here, we're currently pointed to the, in the event of this practice overview sheet, every document's a little bit different, right? So we obviously want to change that. The definition section is going to be pointed to the Caribbean areas definition, which should be fine because the state shouldn't be allowed to change the definition. And then let's say we want a different figure here. We don't want, like this makes sense for Caribbean, but it doesn't make sense for Delaware. So I could delete the figure here and then add in my own figure with my correct image. So I could go to browse, and then I can choose that. I think this was the one I used yesterday. And upload this picture. Okay, that needs to be fixed, but I would save it here. Actually, that's not the right image. Let's do the one. We're just going to browse and grab the one from the national document I used yesterday. Where did I save that to? Okay. So now we have our practice overview sheet, and then we've updated the image to make more sense for Delaware. This obviously isn't the correct image, but you can get the idea. And then I can make any other changes I need to for Delaware. And then when I go to save and close, I will choose to save it to Delaware and to 327 into my year folder. I can go ahead and make that final if I'm done with it, and then I need to fill in my information. So 327 standard name. Again, I'm going to copy it from here, from the collection path. I need to choose my state. Display name I will copy from here, and I'm not ready to give it effective date yet, so I'm going to hit save. And then now in Delaware, I've created another practice overview sheet with my new image, and now it says Delaware on here, and I haven't given it a date yet, so that's why it says month and year. So I've taken the Caribbean area practice overview sheet and moved it into Delaware. So again, we have the three main ways, right? We can utilize, for an interim standard, we have that utilize interim standard button. If it's a Word document, a PDF, Excel, I can do the check in other and just get it. Alexa kicked in again. So we can do the get of the document, and then we can do check in other and upload it into our state and then transfer it to ePhotog. If it's a Quark document, then we want to use the create revision of existing document, navigate to where that document is, and then save it into our state. So thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye.